Freddy loves it.
Street art to me is, SMOG doesn't agree, but is a continuation of graffiti. It's not traditional graffiti. It's not what we grew up on, and sometimes it's colorful
Look at him, Steve's
characters that anyone can relate to, as opposed to traditional graffiti, where you need to know, like, it's a secret language. You need to know what the hell words mean, what these symbols represent.
I don't even like
So-
girls in hockey.
So I will say street art, it is continuation of traditional graffiti, but at the same time, it's not.
You're too nice.
Sometimes it can be used as a sort of gentrifying tool. Be honest, a lot of neighborhoods, they come up with these colorful street art murals. People think it's really cool, take Instagram pictures, and all of a sudden the neighborhood becomes hot. The rents go up.
Yeah,
so
thanks.
it can be. But I do appreciate a lot of just for the artistic value of some of the pieces. And that's what I got to say about that. And I'm
bless
sure
you.
Danny will say something else.
God bless your Peruvian heart.
Well, I don't think. Listen, if I like it, I would say because I feel bad sometimes. Because I won't be like the shit sucks, fucked up.
Speak your mind, man.
But my thing is, I'm a vandal. I grew up. Graffiti is not nice. I'm sorry, graffiti's like hardcore. It's not supposed to be nice. I want to listen to hardcore. I want to listen to Chromax. I want to listen to fucking, like Saves the Day. But that's because I like a lot of those bands. I like 30 Seconds to Mars. I love that shit. When I'm driving and shit, like, yeah, like, but,
Still got a guilty pleasure.
if I want to smoke dust, I'll listen to Celtic Frost. Martin, rest in peace. I'm listening to Celtic Frost. I'm listening to Chromax, Nacha Front. I'm going crazy. Carnivore, I'm killing people. You know, it's a certain accent.
Danny, not smoking dust. Cold turkey now.
Cold turkey.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, if I would smoke dust now. But let's get back to it. Street art. It's cool. Street art's cool and everything. But graffiti should be graffiti. It's like I see these artists, like they're like, oh, I'm a graffiti artist, and have a protractor out and a glass tube blower. Like I'm like, oh, this goes to the piece. I'm like, shut the fuck up and do the filling. You can't do it with throw up. These guys who do pieces, they can't do throw ups. It's disgusting.
I want to say something.
Please.
Yeah! Please! All right. Please! I don't feel quite as angry about the whole thing, but there's an absolute distinction. That is not graffiti. Just flat out. Graffiti is something no one ever had permission to do. And they're not sitting. If somebody has like fucking 2 days to do a piece, it's gonna come out perfect. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think the thing with graffiti, trains, walls, highways, whatever, the shit was dangerous. And the whole main part of that made it like what everybody liked about it. It's like someone did that shit in a circumstance they weren't supposed to be able to do it.
Yes.
You know, and if somebody is able to just fucking do it, it's like going to school and your mom gave you permission and fucking, like all this bullshit. It's like that you're gonna win. You know what I mean? It's a fucking win. It's like
NQ bombing the Hellgate.
Exactly. Exactly. Fucking sane bombing a helicopter at the heliport. You know what I mean? Like which he did. In a fucking bubble of a helicopter. No one's asking permission. The weird thing about it is everybody's like, yo, how'd that get there? And that's what anybody ever cared about. Now it's like we're almost oversaturated with images. You know what I mean? Like there's graffiti, there's fucking like, I don't know, skull paintings. There's, like there's all these things that are all over the place. Flowers, like there's
Rainbows.
You're just sort of like, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It has no meaning. It's like, you look at hardcore and you look at, the beginning of hardcore and the beginning of fucking graffiti and all this stuff. People did that because they felt the need to do it, and the time they were doing it in, no one cared. Because it was much fucking worse what everybody else was going through. Some kids sneaking in and fucking writing graffiti and shit, like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like someone playing music on the Lower East Side where no one wanted to go, they didn't care. But suddenly you fast forward 20, 25 years, 30 years, they're selling shit in a mall. Posters or fucking boots or, like all these kinds of things. It's irrelevant, man. You know what I mean? It's like it was relevant because it was part of a time. There's a lineage that goes with that. That's important. You know what I mean? Everybody's involved in this. Everybody cares about this for a reason. People are here for a reason, right? In this room right now. You know, it's like people bombing, they're doing it for a reason. They're still doing it. SMOG had the best quote the other night. The best fucking quote. He's like,
Which one?
oh, this one. Where he was like, they're doing solid fill-ins. What are they doing? Stopping time? How the fuck do you do that? You know what I mean? It's like fucking, and it's true, man. You know, it's like you look at old fill-ins, you know, on something, they're like dusty, you know, kind of things with a quick thing, you know, and that was enough. You know what I mean? It was enough. You know? Yeah. You know, it's like, and people communicating to each other. You know what I mean? It wasn't for anybody else. Everybody else hated you. You know what I mean? They hated you anyway. You know what I mean? So fuck it. You know, but it's much larger than I ever thought it would be. You know, the whole fucking world cares about graffiti. The whole world cares about hardcore, which is very weird when you think about it, because you're at like a fucking matinee at CB's in like, I don't know, 1986. You're just sort of like, the same people are there every fucking week. The girls got their lunch boxes. The guys are fucking walking around with Liberty spikes. You know, it's like, it's totally different. 2 years later, everybody's a skinhead. You know what I mean? And all these things sort of, we thought there were big changes. You know what I mean? Like you go to, you know, the Ritz, right? You'll be at like the first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you go to the second one, you're like, yo, there's so many more people here now. How'd that fucking happen? You know, where are they coming from? They're multiplying, you know? It was wild, you know? No one ever expected it to be important. And I think that's the real thing. No one ever expected to make an impact outside of the people they cared about that they already knew. You know? So that's my thought.